Good morning, guys. Sorry that this video is about a day too late. I must apologize. I had some load shedding issues, which is something I'm sure every South African can understand. So today I'm going to be talking a little more about retirement. So without further ado, let's jump into it. So yes, retirement. We spoke last week about the 27.5% tax break that you get and all those things, and I explained to you on a spreadsheet how exactly that works. Today I'm going to be talking a little bit more about retirement investing and retirement saving. Okay, very simply put, the difference between the two is investing is actually generating an annuity income sort of thing, and retirement savings is saving into an annuity and then using that annuity to one day provide you with an income. Very, very simple. Anyone can understand that, right? So I want to explain to you, first of all, when you do retirement savings, what it is that you need to do, what products do you need to look at, what do you need to look at when you are selecting that savings plan. Very simple. There's two things you need to look at. The first is, where exactly is that money being invested? What asset classes? Are you going into property, offshore, cash, bonds, whatever? Okay. You need to understand, in fact, that every asset class carries a certain amount of risk. Now, there is a Regulation 28. Now, Regulation 28 says that only a certain amount of your invested capital can go into certain asset classes. You cannot invest in too high risk funds. What this means is, or what they're trying to do rather, is protect that money against unnecessary risk. Okay? Because people tend to want to save $500 a month and then retire with 10 million rand in 10 years time. It's never going to happen. So investing in risky asset classes is being prevented here by our government, which makes sense. It makes 100% sense, because you don't want to risk the money that you specifically set aside for retirement. It's a stupid thing to do. When you look at a financial advisor, he needs to tell you that, listen here, this is where we're going to be saving. This is why we're saving there. For instance, if you want to go 30 or 20% offshore, then he needs to make that happen. He needs to tell you that, listen here, I think we need to hedge this investment against the weakening currency, and we need to go a percentage offshore, which you can do with a Regulation 28 fund, just within a limitation. So when investing in these retirement savings, please be very aware of where your money is going. It's very important, because that'll give you an estimate of what to look at when you watch the news and all these things. Because not everything you do goes into the JSE All Share, which we see on the news every night. It's very important to understand this, because people tend to freak out if the All Share index drops by 10% or whatever, which happens once in a blue moon. But the fact is that you're not looking at the right things. Chances are your retirement savings is not 100% in the JSE All Share Index. It just won't be. So you need to know where your money is, to know what to look for, and to know when to panic and when to phone your financial advisor, because people tend to just panic and then make emotional decisions, and that should not happen. So make sure your financial advisor explains which asset class he actually used. The second thing to look out for when it comes to retirement savings, guys, is fees. Alright, very important. So with a retirement annuity, there is an upfront commission to a financial advisor. It's normally a certain amount of the premium, okay? And there's also asset management fees, there's administration fees, and, which is all disclosed on the quotes, all disclosed on the things that you do actually get when seeing your financial advisor. Make sure that this is explained to you. If this is not explained to you, you you don't understand what you're actually saving in. And you need to understand that retirement savings is a long-term thing. The fee basis on all these things is explained and built around the fact that you're going to save for 15 or 20 or 25 years. It's not a 2-year savings plan. It's not, guys. And you need to understand that if you stop this thing after 2 years, you are going to incur some penalties, and it is going to drop your fund value, and you are going to get less out than what you put in simply because of these fees. So you need to understand this. The fundamental truth here is that when you start a retirement savings, you need to understand that it is long term. Very, very, very important. Long term is the key here. If you're looking for something short term, you need to do either a tax-free savings account or a liquid investment or something to that effect, but not a retirement savings, because it is long term. Okay, there is benefits, there's tax benefits, there's all these things to it which makes you want to invest it for long term, but you need to understand that if you do it, you need to see it through. What I want to warn you guys about, and I actually watched a video last night about this, is financial advisors coming and saying, but ooh, you've got 2 or 3 retirement savings here, let's stop all of them and start a new one because you didn't see your financial advisor. That is not the right thing to do. If your financial advisor did this, chances are that's not the right thing. I personally have done it. I've done this before because in certain instances it makes sense. In certain scenarios this does make sense because the penalties aren't low on the other retirement savings, first of all, and second of all, there's new generation savings that's coming out that reduces the fees. So you want to invest in that, but you must first look at converting. Okay, first look at converting your existing retirement savings into a new one, or if it is already paid up, then you can start a new one. But do not let the financial advisor cancel your retirement savings to do a new one because he's just doing it for the commission. And I'm telling you this because I love you guys and you don't understand this. You want to trust everyone, and I understand the fact that you're just looking for the best in every person. But financial advisors also need to earn a living, and some financial advisors bullshit clients. So do not let them just cancel all your retirement savings and start a new one. You know my feeling around pension funds. Match your employer. Do not put in more than what your employer is putting in because you do not have control over that money. Rather do a retirement savings. Rather do something that you can control and that at the end of the day, you know this is your money, whether you resign, whether you move, whatever. This is something that you're going to continue paying. So that's retirement savings. If there's any questions, you're more than welcome to contact me regarding this. This is a very broad topic, a lot of information around this that I simply cannot give you over 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 videos. I cannot do that because it is so client specific. So please contact me, guys. I'm more than welcome to answer any questions. I'm more than willing to assist you guys with whatever questions you might have. Then I want to quickly jump to the retirement investing side of things. So retirement investing is a whole different dynamic, a whole different set of rules. What retirement investing is taking your liquid savings, taking your monthly salary, whatever, taking money, putting it into a property for rental, putting it into a investment that generates you an income without actually working. So look at it this way. If you're 20 years old, your biggest asset in this world is your ability to actually get out of bed in the morning, get in your car and go to work and earn an income. But like all assets, it fades over time. When you are 50 or 55 or 60 or 65 years old, you don't want to get out of bed every morning and jump in your car and drive to work. So what is the what is the fundamental truth of life? Who wins at life? Is the guys that can convert their asset, which is themselves, into a long-term asset. Let me give you an example. So, my father has been working for, I don't know, for 40 years, about. And for 40 years, he's been doing some things right, he did some things wrong, long story and all this, but he's got about 180 to 200,000 Rand in a retirement annuity that he can access when he's 55. My advice to him was not to take that 200,000 and invest into an annuity to grow for the next 10 years. It was to take that money, build himself a flat, a little house right here on my property, okay? And then taking that flat and renting it out, at least while they're living with me. Because I'm about getting married now, and at some stage I'm going to want to move in with my wife, and then they need to move out. So I told him, listen, yeah, take that money, build that house, rent it out for the next 5 years until I eventually want to move into my house. And that money is then going to, that flat is then going to generate you 300,000 Rand over the next 5 years. And then that 300,000 Rand, you can invest and build another one. And then you stay in that one. So you're going to effectively stay for free. What this means is he took his 180,000 Rand, turned it into an income-bearing asset, first of all. And second of all, he's now taken care that he doesn't need to worry about the rent increasing every year and his pension not staying up with it. And that's retirement investing. The problem with retirement investing is not everyone has access to this. If you're already 30 or 35 or 40 years old, then it's a little too late. You cannot now go and just buy a place on a bond and want to pay that off, you know, with the rental income, because rental income is never as much as the bond. Take some of the money and pump it into an asset if you wish. But you need to start looking at retirement savings rather than retirement investing. I'm saying it should be a balance between the two and not one or the other, if you guys catch my drift. You need to have both, because yes, having a rental income is great for retirement, but you're sitting with risk that that thing can stand empty for 6 months, or that there's damages, or whatever, and then you're sitting without an income, which is where your retirement savings comes in. You don't just want retirement savings because you've got the chances of that not being enough, the market's dipping or whatever, and then you need to supplement your income, which is where retirement investing comes in. So it's this balancing act that you've got to do all the time, and you need a financial advisor to assist you with that balancing act, and not just sell you a retirement savings. Because one thing you got to understand, financial advisors do not make money on retirement investments. Very important to understand this. At the end of the day, financial advisors need to earn a living as well. So you need to educate yourself to a certain extent. So that when he sits in front of you, you need to tell him, I want to do a retirement savings, but I also want to do a retirement investing. And I know you don't make money on retirement investing, but stop pushing me away from it. You get my drift. So like I said before, with any questions, please guys, comment. You're more than welcome to contact me. I'm very accessible. You'll see in the link in the video below, there is an Acuity scheduling link. You can schedule your appointment with me. It's a telephonic appointment where you can ask me all the questions you want. You can check out my website. Also, the link will be below. Check out my website there. Also very accessible. All our financial calculators and everything is there. And you can also download my app on your Android phone. Unfortunately, it's not yet on the Apple store, but on the Android store, Play Store, you can download the app. Link is also in the description below, so you don't miss any videos going forward. And I want to thank you guys for watching and supporting me, and you're following me and all these things. I do appreciate it, and I want to continue to provide you guys with proper, sound, holistic financial advice, and make sure that you guys start asking the right questions when sitting in front of financial advisors. This is very important to me. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a lovely day, and I'll see you all next week.